My fellow radical masculinists, today I will be reacting to the latest Fresh and Fit podcast, and I have to tell you, this one is a real headache waiting to happen. So I'm going to break down, dissect the content, and show the modern woman in her natural habitat. So, without further ado, enjoy the show, and welcome to the Radical Masculine.
The ideas, opinions, and beliefs of the radical masculine are for entertainment purposes only. We make fun of everyone equally.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You could also hit me with the Cash App. All money donated to the Radical Masculine goes back into the Radical Masculine. Now for your feature presentation.
I'll simplify it. Men exercising options and women having sex with other people are not the same thing. A man can go and have sex with another woman and come back to his wife like nothing changed. However, it doesn't work the other way around. And I know that's a double standard that women don't like, but unfortunately.
So now you're going to see women who know deep down that this is fundamentally true, because when a man cheats, it's like he just does it. But when a woman cheats, she checked out months ago.
Men and women are not the same. Women need some kind of emotional bond to have sex with a man. Men don't need that. So we're able to compartmentalize sex, and for women it's very difficult.
This is why even if a woman cheats on her husband, they eventually still get divorced. And he is not the one filing the divorce, it's her. Because the reason why she cheated was because somewhere in her head, she was over him and ready to move on.
Does that
make sense?
Yeah,
and I get that what you're going like, oh yeah, like you expect her to move in and be with you, but you're gonna get bored. Well, men want sexual variety, and I would say a smart one, by the way, a really smart one, will go ahead and get with a guy, understand that he's gonna have needs and wants and have other women, and she just understands that, accepts it, and realizes I'm number one, I'm okay, I'm gonna put my feelings aside, know that I have a winner, I can't have one to myself, and that's the way the world works. Women, right, cannot have a winner all to themselves sexually. It's not happening. Men are always going to exercise their options most of the time if they have the ability to do so.
But he's still going home to you. So then other women, because I'm gonna speak for the women that think a little differently. Sure, you can be.
These are the women that believe that the world revolves around them, that they could have the best and brightest of a man, but he's going to do exactly what they want. Now, we all see NBA players, high status men, they have always exercised their options all throughout history, but yet for some odd reason, modern women believe that they are different, they could demand different, and that men will acquiesce to what they want. And it's not true.
I mean, because we're talking about women who have their own shit in that capacity. A Beyonce, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So listen, you have some women who like you, right? You go and do that. There's some women who don't need that emotional shit and can do that same shit and will do the same.
Have sex with other men?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think a promiscuous woman is the same as a promiscuous man?
Why can't it be?
They're not looked at.
Is a promiscuous
sure, if we're
woman
talking about instance.
Why can't it be? Why can't it be?
I'll simplify it. I'll simplify it. Men exercising options and women having sex with other people are not the same thing. A man can go and have sex with another woman and come back to his wife like nothing changed. However, it doesn't work the other way around. And I know that's a double standard that women don't like, but unfortunately, men and women are not the same. Women need some kind of emotional bond to have sex with a man. Men don't need that. So we're able to compartmentalize sex, and for women, it's very difficult.
So that's my point.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because when a woman cheats on her husband or her boyfriend, she checked out months ago. She's already gotten to a place emotionally to where she's ready to give her body to somebody else. But a man, on the other hand, he could fuck another woman because it's just physical. But women refuse to accept this. They absolutely refuse to accept that men and women are different. They will say, oh yeah, men and women are different, but then argue as if women and men are the same. They could do the same things. They look at relationships and sexuality the same way, and it's just not true.
Yeah,
and I get that what you're going like, oh yeah, like you expect her to move in and be with you, but you're gonna get bored. Well, men want sexual variety, and I would say a smart one, by the way, a really smart one, will go ahead and get with a guy, understand that he's gonna have needs and wants and have other women, and she just understands.
Damn near 100% of women have always been cheated on. 99% of women who have been with high status, top tier men, they were cheated on, but yet they still refuse to accept it because women want what they want, regardless if it's realistic or not. And Myron could be as honest and as sincere about the answer. Break it down. It will align with all of their life experiences. They will know it to be true because it's happened to them, but yet they will still try to find a way to bend reality.
That accepts it and realizes I'm number one, I'm okay, I'm going to put my feelings aside, know that I have a winner, I can't have one to myself, and that's the way the world works. Women, right, cannot have a winner all to themselves sexually. It's not.
You see that girl over there laughing? This is the modern woman. They believe they can do whatever they want. They could have a hot girl summer, they could date casually, they could post their body on the internet, and it's true, you can, but you can't not give a fuck what men want and then expect that you are going to have one of the best and brightest of men and he's going to be completely monogamous to you. You can have an average earning, average looking guy who will cheat, but yet these women act like, do you know who I am? I'm special. I deserve the best. I deserve the world. If there were ever a time or a culture of women that could not demand monogamy, it would be women today. It would be the modern women we see in the world today.
Happening. Men are always going to exercise their options most of the time if they have the ability to do so.
But so still going home to you.
So then other women, because I'm gonna speak for the women that think a little differently. Sure, you can be that man, because we're talking about women who have their own shit in that capacity. A Beyonce, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So
these are the women that think because they earn money, they make money, they compare themselves to a man, and so they could demand whatever they want.
Listen, you have some women who like, you right, you go and do that. There's some women who don't need that emotional shit and can do that same shit and will do the same
have sex
thing.
with other men?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, do you think a promiscuous woman is the same as a promiscuous man?
Why can't it be?
Not looked at. They're not looked at.
Is a promiscuous
sure, if we're talking about
women have been told that they could make anything up, that their opinions are just as valid as the truth or facts, and well, why not? It's not fair. It should be, it could be, but it's not.
Statistic world and reality and all of that shit.
That's what matters.
But
reality
it doesn't.
Matters.
Reality don't have shit to do with me. I'm not like, let's be okay.
Oh my God. This is that hyper individualism to where the world revolves around them. Reality don't matter. Reality don't apply to her.
Hold on, stop the show real quick. Did you just hear yourself? Reality doesn't have shit to do with me.
No, it does not. Just because this is what everybody in the statistic pool do, what the fuck that got to do with me?
Okay. So, if we're going to have a grounded conversation in reality, because that's where we all live.
Absolutely, but we're so off. all individuals. But I do like
hold on. We need to have realistic conversations, realistic expectations.
Sure.
So, because we live in reality. I don't know what planet you live on.
Yes.
But we live on planet Earth in reality. So,
okay.
Is a promiscuous man the same as a promiscuous woman?
Now, never mind what they're talking about, but think about this belief system. Reality does not apply to her. Now, this is more of the norm. Many women believe this and think like this, to where they could use their words to create reality. This is the pool of women men have to choose from. It's like dating or expecting a relationship with an adult that has a child's mind.
In today's world, no.
No, since caveman times. Think of the.
Let's make it easier. Is it easier for you to get sex or me to get sex?
I feel like it's very easy
Stop.
for both.
Is it easier
I don't
for
think
you?
y'all understand how easy.
Answer the question.
Women will lie to prove a point.
It is for dick.
Look,
You boys are so easy.
Holy
You know how
shit.
easy that is?
Be quiet and listen for 2 seconds.
Sure.
Is it easier for you to get sex or me to get sex?
I think it's extremely equally easy.
It's
It's
equally
sex. Like, it's just dick and pussy. We not talking about marriage.
There we
I
go.
said sex.
All
Like,
right, let me.
That is the
like,
dumbest
be
shit
real.
I've
Two
ever
seconds.
heard.
The rest of the table. The rest of the table. Do you think it's easier for men or women to get sex? Raise your hands if you think it's easier for women to get sex. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay, so you agree with it too.
I'm going to raise my hand for both.
No, one party has to have.
No, it's so easy. Bro, it's so easy.
I think it's
Come
so
on,
easy
we know
for
that.
women to get
we know
it.
it's easy
We
for that.
just said earlier.
That's simple. That's simple.
It's easier for
That's why there are dating coaches. That's why there are seminars on how to pick up a woman. That's why there are dating podcasts. That's why there are men that are addicted to porn. And these women are actually going to lie and say it's the same. Women don't have to do anything. They get approached. But yet they're saying, oh, it's that easy.
Women to get sex, but men are easier to have sex with.
Yes,
You gotta-
it's very equally. It's sex.
not
I
the
didn't say
same.
marriage. I said sex. Anybody
If
can
a
go
girl
get some
throws
sex.
it at you, are you going to accept
Guys,
it?
you're not thinking of the average male at Walmart, plumber, and electrician. They
It's
don't.
sex.
but
It's
they
not
don't
always
have-
that deep. Men always.
That's
think
why
like,
there's
it's not
millions
that
of people
serious.
watching a dating podcast because they're having trouble. You fucking retard. You're on a
I
show
know, but
dedicated
that's the
to men trying to get laid.
unfortunate part about
Okay,
it.
let me.
He just said this is why people are watching the podcast. And she says, well, this is why. She's like, that's the unfortunate part about it. If you listen to the words she's saying, it's clear she hasn't made up in her mind that she has to always be right. I bet you any money whenever someone has challenged any of her thoughts or beliefs, all she did was got loud, she got irrational, and attempted to frustrate the hell out of the man or whoever they were dealing with. But Myron and Zerka, they are slowing her down, allowing her to break down what she means, and it makes no fucking sense.
I can't believe I even have to say this and explain this, but
Okay.
it's far more difficult for men to get sex than it is for women.
Is it?
Is it really?
Okay, it is more difficult, but you guys are just easier.
Okay,
It's
I
really
talk about
easy.
women
Even
can
like
get it.
on the subject I was talking about the money and shit. Again, like, cause when you start talking about I'm a high status man, I fuck young specific girls. Again, we gotta start being realistic, and we're talking about tricks now. Like you have turned yourself into a little bit. Come on. If you right now was like, yeah, like
Only
I
fucking
got a
young
couple
women.
grand, like
What
what's
you're
up?
discussing-
You gonna get some
what you're
pussy very
discussing-
easily.
what you're discussing-
right?
No,
What you're
I'm
discussing?
girl.
Be quiet for 2 seconds.
I'm wrong.
What? Yes, you're absolutely wrong because you're absolving the fact that men have to acquire the money first, which is not easy to do.
Sorry, babe.
Oh, okay. I guess if you're saying in that sense, sure, but it's still very.
No,
But
look at
we
just-
going into a
okay.
different.
I thought we were
it's-
saying that
it's
women
really
can
not.
get sex easy.
Yeah, 'cause,
ladies,
I mean, it's really just
look.
sex.
If we're gonna have an adult conversation, we just have to understand basic things. It is far easier for a woman to get sex than it is for a man.
Right.
That's an absolute
Thought
fact.
that's what we were saying.
A girl can go into a nightclub and
Yeah.
go, and someone's gonna fuck her. If I go in there going,
that's what we were
I'm gonna
saying.
go to jail. No, so you guys
That is not what the fuck you were saying. Notice this, how all the women will gang up, they will group together, they will believe one another, and this is actually pretty primitive. Women have always had to, in order to survive, women would have to group together, they would not want to offend one another, because women knew either they depended on a man for their safety, or they depended on the group. Now, we are seeing this shit in 1080p, well, 4K on their side, but...
Some of you guys couldn't even agree to that simple fact. So with that said, going back to what I was trying to say before, since it's harder for men to get sex than women, right? A man that could get a lot of sex is respected. A woman that gets a lot of sex is admonished. And it's not the same. So and you going out, hold on. So you going out and fucking another guy is not to be respected.
The foundation of thinking, of reality, of the way things are, of the realities between the genders, we can't even get the initial fundamental ideas or factual information of that set. So how in the hell could we build anything with a woman who refuses to accept to live in reality? There's nothing to build on. Whenever a woman has this type of mindset, you can't go anywhere with her because she will deny and dispute any and everything. There's no foundation of knowledge. There's no through line on what's real, what's fake. There's no common sense. There's no common grounds on even the most basic of concepts. And this is why so many men are choosing to leave the United States, because they at least want a woman who's at least going to be honest, at least a little bit. Shit.
Because it's easy. Me going out fucking another girl, it is respected because I have some type of skill to do so if I have a girl at home. And what I'm saying is that it doesn't have the same negative consequences if I go fuck another girl as you fucking another guy.
Yes, sir.
No, it's not. Let me.
You're saying that billions of men who pay for OnlyFans have access to real life flesh pussy. You're the dumbest woman I've ever met in my life. I swear to God, on Jesus' name, you're not even human.
So right. I completely understand what you're saying. Like, let's be very clear. I understand what you're saying. But I'm also stating in the actual realistic world, because I don't know why it's so one-sided. But okay.
What's one-sided?
It seems
because facts and reality are very stubborn things. They just simply are.
Because what you're saying is okay, yeah, if I'm a man, I got to do all of this shit, and now I'm gonna respect it because I'm getting so pussy. Not really. And I guess what I'm saying is because we even explained it to you. Some women.
Bottom line is this. I have a friend that's a fucking loser, doesn't do shit. Well, actually, an old acquaintance. And he gets no pussy. He gets a girl maybe every 3 to 5 years. He gets a girl. And then, boom, another 3 years goes by. Me, on the other hand, I could have a lot of sex because I have my shit together. I have the ability to get women because I have things that women like. So the fact that I can get a lot of women suggests that I'm doing something right. I have something women want. I have a reason for women to want to sleep with me, as opposed to my friend. He has nothing. So that's what Myron means, is that a guy has to have something going on in order for women to want to sleep with them. But a woman don't have to have shit going on for a man to sleep with them. Now that's basic, that's simple. The world fucking knows this, but these subjective, lying, immature, childlike women, they try to just, I think they do it to frustrate. I believe this woman knows what she's saying, but women will do this to frustrate men. This is how they get their kicks or their giggles.
It's not that difficult. And no, we're not shaming women. We're not saying you dumb. We're not
What's
giving
not
up,
that
blah, blah,
difficult?
blah.
I'm confused.
No, because sometimes if you are just emotionally connected with a woman, sometimes if you are just you feel me? If it's just a vibe, shit, she said it. If we a little drunk and we a little smoked up, you just might get some. You feel me? It's not always.
How many men could give a woman a good vibe to where the woman wants to sleep with them? How many men are socially awkward? How many men do women look at and think they're perverts because they looked at them in the gym? Now, this woman is suggesting that, or painting the picture that men are dating a whole bunch of women, that vibes are allowed to happen, that men have more access to women, not even understanding or comprehending that only a small demographic of men are actually dealing with women on that type of scale. Most men don't have a chance in hell, but still, she's gonna make her point work.
As difficult as men make it seem, that's some shit you got going on. You know what I mean?
So if men are making it seem difficult, well then that means she is acknowledging that it is difficult for men, or at least they think so. And if the man thinks it's difficult, well then clearly there's a reason why he thinks it's difficult. Men don't fuck women every other day, a different woman, and then say, oh no, but it's difficult. No, it's fucking difficult.
Same time, that's some shit you should feel. You should never in your life feel like, oh, I'm gonna just be a bum and I just want all this shit. Let's be.
All right, do you run around and fuck guys that smoke you up and get a little tipsy with?
No, but come listen, not for real. Not when we talking about like we grown up, we trying to really be on some shit.
I want to make a fake hypothetical, but I want you to acknowledge it as a clever, realistic point.
Hold on, stop real quick. Who on the panel here fucks a guy for getting a little smoked up and tipsy with him?
None of them.
Oh my god, that's like college shit. I'm talking about like.
I would say a few of them do, but for one, the caliber of the man is probably much higher. He's a man that actually could get them to sleep with them. She's making it sound like every man has access, every man has money, and every man can do it, but not realizing that there's a lot of men that shit, they're afraid to even talk to women.
So wait, no, hold on, because you're saying it's so easy. You're saying it's so easy, but girls here at the panel don't do it.
You're not getting it.
I mean, I don't do that.
Girls literally here on the panel are saying they don't do it. You yourself don't even do it. So is it really that easy?
Listen, because I feel like why we gotta like break it.
Look at the smile on her face. Women are great with words because women have evolved to where that was their best defense. Men were at least physically, men were stronger, men were able to defend themselves, and all a woman had was like her mind and her words. And women attempt to use this to get their point across regardless of how dumb or how wrong it is. And we are seeing this play out just perfect. And this is what men have to deal with.
The way down, like
because that's how conversations are had. If we're gonna understand,
but because we're not understanding that part and we're asking questions like that, like.
Look, man, with all due respect, I don't think you have the IQ to even enter this conversation because you said something earlier saying, I'm not reality or whatever you said.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said something along those lines.
I said this, yes, we're talking about reality and statistics.
So then we can't even have a coherent conversation.
Still all very individual. How is me saying I'm an individual got to do, like, you're not understanding that. So, because what everybody else
you're not as special as you think you are. Look, human beings are way more similar than we want to admit. We all eat, we all shit, we all piss, we all like certain.
Now, how many combative women have been on this show that had similar points, that argued in a similar way, and basically fit the description of a combative guest on the Fresh and Fit podcast? She's over here talking like women are so different, that everything is so different, but we have seen this character in tons of shows. We have seen a woman do, say, and act the same exact way as her, but yet she's trying to say that everyone is so different. We are more alike than we are different, and women are damn near all the fucking same. Hate to say it.
We all dislike certain things. Human beings are way more alike than we like to admit. You're not as special as you think you are, and we live in this crazy world where women think, I'm different. All you bitches think you're 2 Chainz. You're not. You're very similar to the woman next to you. You have similar interests, similar wants, and you're attracted to the same fucking things in the opposite gender that we are. Sure. Men, for some odd reason, are okay with saying, yeah, man, we're all dogs. Totally we all think the same. But women, on some other hand, y'all think you're special. You're not.
That was the message of the Barbie movie, too, that we're all the same.
You're not that special, okay? And it's amazing to me how women will sit there and say, I'm an individual, and then go ahead and say the same dumb shit the girl next to her said. A lot of you guys have agreed a lot of the same points. If that doesn't prove that a lot of women are group thinkers and are not as special as they think they are, I don't know what else.
That wasn't my point, though. My point was that you said, no. You said, if I...
That wasn't the point, though. He was just explaining how what she's saying is flawed and doesn't make sense, but that's not the point, because she's going to say what she has to say, and she means it differently. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm lost here.
I'm a man, I can fuck another girl, it's respected. If she fuck another girl, like promiscuous shit, oh, it's not respected. Or if she fuck another man,
excuse me, if she fucks another man, it's not respected.
Why it's not respected?
Because it doesn't take skill for women to have sex with a lot of dudes.
It's in the Bible, that's for both sides.
I just answered your question. It's because it doesn't take skill for women to have sex with a lot of men, but it takes a lot of skill for a man to have sex with a lot of women.
I think she's trying to say, like, it's deep.
Who said that? Isn't this the fucking reality? Don't you fucking know this? See, women hate the realities that don't benefit them, and they try to bend and change and argue against something that is observable reality.
That's a fact.
I think she's trying to say it's just devaluing. Like, let's say, like, I meet this dude, and
that girl just said it's a fact in his head. See, this is why it's great that the internet exists, because many years ago, men couldn't have an opinion. Men couldn't say, well, this is how this is, because women would always spin it around and say, well, no, those are the type of women you are dating. But with podcasts like this, they are putting on display of how the modern woman attempts to deceive and attempts to reject reality just because they don't like it.
Has happened, and he's like, oh, I got a body count of over 100. I'm like, oh, okay. But if females say it to y'all, it's kind of just like it's still the same turnoff, right? Like
because a man having a high body count is irrelevant. A woman having a high body count is extremely relevant.
Who told you that? Yourself?
No, it's relevant to.
I used to have this coworker, and I would tell her all of my sexual endeavors, and she asked me, how many women have you slept with? And I told her. And months later, she was in a relationship with me. It really doesn't bother women the way they pretend that it does. Women, even she said that, wow, you're a fuckboy, you're this, you're that. But still, it made her curious as to why so many women wanted to fuck me. But women these days will lie and say, oh no, it bothers me too, because they are attempting to create reality with their words. But men are getting smarter, men are seeing that they're just kind of full of shit, and it's like, women have earned the reputation they have today.
Because I'd rather a guy has a high body count so he knows what he's doing, but
that don't always mean nothing.
Look, if you meet the man of your dreams and you find out that he was a porn star before you met him,
I'm still marrying him.
You're probably still gonna marry him. You're not gonna call off the wedding. Now switch it around. I find out my girl is a porn star.
You won't.
Before I marry her, I'm calling off that fucking wedding.
That's not true.
So body count doesn't matter to women to the same degree that it matters for men.
How is that a man's loss? How is that a loss? What guy wants a fucking undisciplined, terrible girlfriend? I don't think women understand that promiscuous women make terrible girlfriends. They make terrible wives. And I'm going to venture to say that they probably make terrible mothers as well. I don't get how women can say, well, his loss. It's like, that's disgusting. That would be like a broke man, a woman not wanting a broke man, and the broke man saying, well, your loss. Women would laugh at you, but yet women try to, oh, your loss? Come on.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, when you meet a guy, do you ask him his body count?
Yeah.
Do you even care?
Of course.
But does the guy ask you? Yeah.
Yeah, but guys,
it matters.
that's what I'm
agreeing with your point of it does.
But why would you think that it doesn't matter? I want to know right now, like, why would you think it doesn't matter? Like, if we can be like, all right, fuck, and that's the problem. No. Let me say some shit real quick.
That's okay.
Because this reality shit is fucking a lot of people up. That's why come on.
Only a woman.
That's why a lot of people are really single and sitting on this dating show asking questions. No, everybody's sitting around this motherfucker asking questions about, well, what should we all do? No, bitch, what should you do? That's why you fucked up. Because you're not listening to yourself and know what you individually need to do. Fuck a reality. Fuck all this shit.
But at the end of the day,
like, what he do, you gonna do too?
Are you serious?
So he jump off the bridge. You gonna jump because it's reality?
Hold on. If you want to attract men, wouldn't it be incumbent upon you to know what men want?
I don't get it.
Like, I mean, no, I'm serious.
Wait, what?
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
If you want to attract and retain a man and get married, wouldn't it be important to know what that man wants?
Sure, know what that man wants.
Okay.
But does that mean you gotta go you gotta go do some whole other shit? No, you have to listen at the end of the day. Listen, at the end of the day, as an individual, I forgot people wake up.
This is why in many different cases or scenarios, it does not make sense to even reason with a woman or attempt to find common grounds with them, because many women refuse to accept reality, they refuse to agree, and they will argue just to argue. This is why I absolutely will not argue with a woman unless it's for content or for views or something, because you cannot get through to a woman that is hell-bent on being right. And look at the girl next to the girl in the red dress, I think purple. Look at the faces she's making. Look at how she's kind of talking shit under her breath, like, oh, he doesn't get it, he doesn't understand, he's wrong, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, here's the thing, even if you disagree with him, why would you attempt to make stupid point after stupid point?
Like, live their life to be in a relationship. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot about that.
That's what most women want. It's a relationship.
But that's the problem. Like, we're not understanding. Like, we're talking about getting in these relationships. Can you read the statistics about how fast these shits fell? And can you read the statistics about how fast these relationships fail?
Why do they fail?
And how many times women are getting married? How many times men are getting married? How many times men?
The whole point she proved about, doing what you want and what's right for me is right for me. And because of reality, that is the reason why relationships are failing, because women refuse to accept and live in reality. That's why the way she thinks is pretty similar to the way most women think, give or take a thing here or there. That's why relationships are failing. But yet she's trying to make it sound like living in reality is the reason why relationships are failing. Now, I get it. This is the new reality, but the reason why shit's fucked up and failing is because of women like her.
Lost half they fucking fortune. Can we talk about the statistics about where we end up in a few years?
Now, here's the thing. A woman does not have to accept nothing she don't want to accept. You get out of life what you could obtain and negotiate and what you earn. So she doesn't have to accept anything, but she has to at least accept some realities, some truths. But no, she's just going to wing everything, make it all up, and expect her stupid opinion to be weighed and compared to reality and facts.
After we've done all of this shit, cause reality said, and now we all in these relationships cause reality said, and now we fucked up and confused, and now we getting divorced, and now it's this drama and it's this bullshit, and she got my kids and I got the money.
That girl next to her is getting on my fucking nerves.
Like, we're not talking about the full statistic here. Because everybody trying to be like all these motherfuckers right here. Yeah.
I wonder what she thinks she's saying. She's talking in a stream of conscious, being highly emotional, and I'm willing to bet she does not even know what she is fucking arguing or debating at this point.
They taking all types of advice. That's cool. But if you was taking your own, if you actually spent a little bit of time in your own world as an individual, then you might know what the fuck you need and who you need to be chasing. Cause half the fucking time, all these men on this motherfucker always like, oh, I gotta be all this big bag and all this, I'm so logical, and I got to get all the money and and I'm chasing this woman. You chasing a woman who you out of your league. We not being honest about that. If you was in your own individual world,
yeah, you should have a.
You would know exactly. You would know exactly who and what you need to be doing.
The advice you just gave is extremely destructive and exactly wise.
So she basically said, do what you want, be who you want, think what you want, and just kind of stay in your own lane, and whatever you like, whatever you don't like. There's no reality anywhere in that, like she said, in your own world.
Many women find themselves single.
No, it's
because they think, I'm going to do what I want to do, regardless of what men want, and I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to live my life.
And that's how you attract the man that you're supposed to have.
That's not what men are attracted to. That's not what men are attracted to.
Fuck what a man attracted to. I'm not trying to date. Well, like, I'm trying to get the man that I'm supposed to have. At the end of the day,
you're supposed to know what that man wants.
Because you are paying attention to what you are supposed to do.
Are you serious?
Yes, baby. Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Yes. I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah,
you have to be your own individual person, and that's how you find out and attract who you are supposed to be with. How is that not common sense?
Let's use your logic. Let's go ahead and use your logic for a second.
Sure, she's kind of right in a sense. However, if you want a certain man, you have to be what that man wants. You can't just do shit and expect a man to just accept you as you are. But women wholeheartedly expect this. Women are clear when they say a man has to be X, Y, and Z. He needs to be exactly what I want. He needs to be my guy. But when a man says, well, you have to be what a guy wants, doesn't it make sense to know what a guy wants? They say, fuck what a guy wants.
Sure.
Let's say I decide to, do what I want to do. I want to chase my dreams. I'm going to eat Cheetos every day.
Yep.
Live in my mom's basement.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drink some Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Play video games 20 hours per day.
Why Cheetos?
And live life on my terms.
Doritos, guys.
Right? And I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna pursue anything else because that's what the fuck I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I want a bad bitch. And I deserve a bad bitch. What do you think?
Go, King.
And what did I say?
Go, King.
What did I say?
Yes, sir.
What did I say? What did I say? I said, if you are not pursuing and you're not matching up to what that's not a dream. Sit on the couch. If that's your dream, then I said you can't do some shit. You can't do some shit.
And Myron's doing the same exact thing. He's looking at her and he's saying, well, if that's your dream, well, then it's stupid. It's fucked up. But with her, she believes that, oh no, well, what I'm offering and what I want, it has to level up or it has to match whatever guy I want. When it's just like, as stupid as you believe he sounds, just like you saying, well, that's not a goal, that's not this, men look at you the same exact way for the shit you're saying, except it's different. I don't get that.
You can't do some shit and expect to attract. And that I said you are out of your fucking league.
You can't do some shit and expect to have. That's what she was going to say. That's all Myron's been trying to say. And she gets the point, but she is still disagreeing. Beautiful.
So I said you stay in your own league.
I remember this part. Yeah,
and you know exactly who the fuck you supposed to attract.
Right.
No,
just give her
you gotta be for real though. That's exactly what I said.
She could cook for hours and hours and not prove a single point, but she could still do it. It's endurance frustration, or endurance frustrating.
But you know,
I'm literally
that's
using
exactly
your
what I said. No, but he didn't get me though. Babe, he didn't get me though. He didn't get me though. I said if you stayed in your own league.
You're yelling into the mic.
He got you.
I simply asked, right? Because you said you do what you want to do, get people on your level or whatever. I'm telling you, I'm playing video games. I'm pursuing my dream. Do I deserve a bad bitch? Do I deserve a woman at this point?
And I said no. That's what I said.
Now, are women going to find me attractive for doing that?
No, that's why I said you stay in your own league. You know what you are supposed to do.
Perfect.
Stop. Wait. So I'm doing these things. I'm doing what I want to do, but women don't find me attractive, right?
Sure.
Rightfully so, because I'm a fucking loser. Wouldn't it be fair to say then on the other end that men also have standards? They want women to have certain traits and qualities for them to commit to them and take them seriously?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be important for the woman to know these traits and qualities that men look for and maybe adhere to them, just like I shouldn't be playing video games and sitting in my mom's basement?
Yes.
Okay, so why is it that I need to become better and self-improve to get women, but women don't want to self-improve to get men?
Because you said earlier in the podcast that you just want a girl who follows you and do what you want to do.
You did say that, Murray.
And that's why I said,
So go deeper. So put the nail in the coffin.
What you supposed to get. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said,
hey, what's your name? What's your name?
She thinks she took a dub.
What's her name? Hold on. You should start a podcast.
That's why I said Mama's right here. Did what she needed to do.
Hold on.
If it's meant for them to be together, they come. What?
You do realize, hold on, stop for 2 seconds. You know you just contradicted yourself, because if she's following me, then she's not doing what she wants to do. She's doing what I want to do.
Come on, Jesus. I know you're going to get some women
Exactly. See, Zerko was trolling her, and he said, yeah, you did say that. And then he's like, you should start your own YouTube channel. And now she is looking for him for validation on her dumb point, because she thinks she's spitting facts. She thinks she is killing it. And to the viewers, to the people listening to this bullshit, we could hear how dumb it sounds, but in her mind, she's fucking spitting game.
Every scenario exists.
You are crazy. What the fuck?
Exactly. Exactly.
Hell, Black Queen.
What do you mean exactly? You just contradicted yourself.
You're not.
But there's
hold on. Everybody be quiet. Hold on. You quite literally said, do what you want to do. Fuck what a man thinks. Blah blah blah. And then you said, well, don't you want a girl to follow you? And I said, yes. That contradicts everything you just said. Fuck what a man wants. Blah blah. By her following me, she's saying fuck what she wants. She's following me. That contradicts what you just said.
Is it that what women want though? They want to follow a man?
That's the point.
Not a lot of women want to do that, but that was the point of what we were talking about earlier. A lot of women want to follow and do what they want to do for themselves. If a woman wants to go and build her own career and make sure that when a man, when a statistic, when the other part of the statistics say that shit fails,
right,
and now then she don't have shit.
Stop. Just stop.
Then she don't have shit.
Just stop. With all due respect, you just don't have the intellect to be in this conversation.
Oh, come on. You just don't have the emotional intelligence to understand both sides. Let's not do this.
Women don't even know what emotional intelligence means. Women think that whenever it has emotion in it, that they think that, oh yeah, I'm good at this. I have emotional intelligence. It's like, you don't even know what the fuck that is. I hate that word, emotional intelligence. Women, this will actually be a thing that women look for in a man, emotional intelligence, but it's like they don't even know the real definition of it. It's like emotional intelligence is not being overwhelmed with emotion and being able to navigate through emotional situations and not lose your cool or to understand what's going on. She is just rambling on. She ain't even emotionally intelligent.
Go here all night, babe. I'm being so serious.
Intelligence.
You can't define emotional intelligence.
You're the one that used it. Go ahead, tell me.
Imagine a relationship with her. There's there's no accountability, there's no reality, there's no fundamental life principles, there's nothing that's set in stone. Everything is subjective. Everything is a variation of variables changing, and it's like, that's chaotic. I'm willing to bet she's single for a fucking reason.
And you define logical. I want you to define logical.
You first.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
He asked you first.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking
Ladies
about.
first.
Yeah, ladies first.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Ladies first.
Being emotionally intelligent is being able to have this emotional intellect to have this conversation, because whatever I'm saying is all of a sudden I'm not smart, because this is so being different. How is this not common sense though? Like, how is that not common sense? We started this entire thing saying
you've made 0 cents throughout all your rants.
I've made 0 cents.
You made 0 cents. I mean, you literally said that I'm not in reality. I live in my world.
I would agree. She hasn't really made any sense. Now, sprinkled in there are things that, okay, sure, I could accept it because it's based on your opinion and what you want, but we are talking in general. And once we kind of get more based in reality, then she just gets more and more delusional. And so she's really not making any points. She ain't spitting no facts. And it's very annoying. Very, very annoying.
So off rip, you just disqualified yourself in the conversation.
I did not say that in the slightest bit.
You did.
I really didn't.
What the fuck? I don't remember what you said.
I know what I said. But I feel like if it's that serious, to the point, like, you can't be your own individual to the point where me saying, like, okay, yeah, reality, but, like, okay, what I want to do is what I want to do. And
go
then all
off,
of a sudden,
Queen.
I live in a different planet.
We understand what you're saying.
Is that serious?
No, you know what, man? I just gotta say it.
Here he comes. Don't shoot her. Don't shoot her. He's a cop. He's a cop.
Stupid.
No, you really are stupid.
I'm not stupid. You know I'm not
with
dumb.
all due respect,
you have your own type of mindset.
No.
I respect
Hold
it, though.
on. With all due respect, I've really listened to you, tried to understand you. You're just plain stupid.
No, I'm trying to understand you. So you have a superiority complex, like most men do.
Superior to you.
Are you
stupid.
single?
You are stupid.
Are you single?
He's got 4.
Are you single? You have.
Women will do this. They'll say, are you single? Are you single? And then once the man calls them out, because we all know why she's asking. She's asking that to prove a point that he's single, so he shouldn't be saying anything about anything. If you don't know everything about everyone, then you can't say shit. But women will do this, and then the man says, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to pin me in a corner. And then women will say, no, I'm curious. I'm just curious. And then Myron will say what he has to say. Yes, I'm single. Well, then why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't be saying this. You shouldn't be saying that. And it's like, he knew what the fuck you were trying to do. But...
He has 4 hot girlfriends.
Yes, I bet you do. But that's the
we go out to dinner with them. What the fuck?
You have a mindset that leads you for that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, no disrespect. That's what you
no disrespect.
do.
We need to go back to telling people that they're not intelligent. You're not intelligent.
I don't think you're intelligent just because you feel like you're superior and you have 4 girlfriends.
Stop talking.
Guys,
I mean, let's be serious.
Stop talking.
That doesn't make you
Brian, you think you're so cool with your 4 girlfriends?
You have a superior and you tell people to shut up. You stop talking to me.
You're like speaking in tongues, bro. You're like possessed right now.
Very serious.
Whatever possessed you has Up syndrome and fucking.
Just please stop speaking.
I've never.
You don't want to go here with me.
The more you ramble, you know what's interesting? You started off coherent, and then the more you talk, the dumber
you got it. You got it. It doesn't matter what you
it's just loading again.
It's completely okay. I do this all the time.
You should start a YouTube channel and do whatever you just did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Everybody deserves their own YouTube.
No one would watch it. Or actually, women probably would.
I know, in my opinion.
This is
I don't need one.
And the chat's giving a bunch of ones. They don't even want you here anymore.
Yeah, facts.
I'll be 1,000. They've been asking to kick you and Redhead off the whole time.
Oh, not kick us off.
Hey, I'm trying to fuck one of them.
Because everybody want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear, I'm a man.
No, because y'all are just arguing and arguing. You've been making a lot of like really low IQ takes. That's really what it comes down to.
That's not true. I feel like if this was low IQ, then what the hell? Y'all know this is not low IQ.
Maybe you could do the speech at Harvard. Maybe email Harvard and do whatever you just did.
Oh, please, let's change this
man.
Please.
All right, let's switch asking, please.
Oh my God.
This is crazy. Fresh Byron, Fender, the Offender, $50.
What was that?
Men of the Offender.
No, what?
When you give women like this the attention, when you engage back with them, and I get it, this is all for content, but notice the more she was talking, the brighter and brighter she got. The only way to deal with a woman like this, let's say, like, never mind the topic, because maybe she's triggered about the topic, but something tells me that this carries on to other aspects of her life. This type of argumentative, combative, has to be right, makes no sense. This happens in her dating life or in her life period. The only way to get away from this or to avoid it is to get away from it and avoid it. Don't give it any oxygen, because the more she talks, the brighter she will get, and it's just a waste of life.
What did she say?
Oh my God.
Redhead, what'd you say? Who?
Poor guys.
Yeah, it's been painful.
Oh my God.
It's been pretty painful.
I know.
Oh Lord.
I still hear her.
I
swear I still hear her rambling. There's like an echo in my head. You guys hear her? She's
Yeah, I could still hear her talking too, and I could still see the redhead making the stupid ass faces.
Winning.
This is crazy.
Yo, whoever gets you is a lucky man.
No, the toughest.
God forbid she knows something more than him.
Now, I've watched a little bit more of the podcast, and I will say this is arguably the dumbest overall panel from top to bottom. And I will say that I've met a lot of women. This isn't just a Miami thing. This is very, very similar to the way women are acting and moving. Now, I get it. They may not like the topic. They may disagree with the topic. But the way they engage with people, the way they handle situations, their logic behind debating, disagreeing, or their opinions is all similar to the way all of these women have been acting. They just say shit randomly. They attempt to frustrate. They make faces. It's basically just an overall lack of respect. Now, like I said, sure, the topic's the topic, but these women carry this into other aspects of their life because this is who they are. And it's just overall a lack of understanding, a lack of respect, and just being fucking delusional, deluded, and a little dumb. Or a lot of it.
Let's read comments.
Bro, like, you guys want like new girls, man. So what the fuck, man? So,
guys, let's read comments.
So this is going to conclude our reactions for the night. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Constructive criticism is always welcome, unless you are a radical feminist who believes it's not what you say, it's how you say it, or body count does not matter. So sleep tight, have a good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Spaceman.